getting into kind of one of the first few teams to drop here. Big slated game coming into this week was PCOW and D9, both at Waste Potential, the only undefeated team remaining left in Carbon, coming up against it was Munchies Juniors, who also, I think, second place, perhaps 3-1, right there towards the top. And how Waste Potential, if they'd be able to continue that kind of undefeated streak, they do have the one tie, so not completely spotless, but coming into this game, it looked like it was going to be a difficult kind of ask for them. Not quite the case.
No, it really wasn't. I was helping cast that game, and Waste Potential was showing showing really strong play. It started off like a little bit kind of needing the warm up, whatnot. They lost the first point of Oskaya pretty quickly, and that really kind of snowballed. But they really showed really strong teamwork and adaptation. I was constantly impressed throughout all three of the maps that they played of their focus fire, because they would burn down targets and go from target to target to target and kill them immensely fast. For a Carbon tier team, I am extremely impressed, and they were constantly making the changes and the swaps they needed to stay on top of the enemy team.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I'm right there. Rewatched this game, and I believe it was on the side of Waste Potential. I believe his name is Nuckalukka. If I'm
Yeah.
Or I probably butchered that, but yeah, but I was watching that a lot of the games, and he just really impressed me with what he had and the team in general, and to be able to make it that clean of a win there, it's really kind of shocking for me.
Yeah, I was gonna echo that about Waste Potential being just really strong again. This is the second place team they're coming up against in the tier, and still just kind of brushing them aside with the 3-0, and it just Waste Potential, I feel like, is kind of head and shoulders above the other teams in this division, and just looks really good. I feel like just coasting there to the top of the tier.
If you told me, like, looking at this team, if they were a Carbon tier team, I probably wouldn't believe you.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, the coordination's very solid. And I think I've done these two back-to-back games there, game last week as well, and all the way around, just the coordination focus fire is really solid. Looking at some of the other games in this tier though, and I think it's kind of interesting to see how this is shaping up. Unacceptable up against Instalock, I believe, and actually, is that? I think that Lucy played. Yeah, and Instalock, sorry, towards the bottom of the tier, started the season 0-3, and then getting 2 quick wins to kind of get themselves right into contention, and it started to look really solid, I think. A completely different side almost. I think they were the old Veracity team and really struggled early on, but these last 2 games, they've been just really, really impressive.
Yeah, part of the Milk Rat fan club, by the way. Started that myself.
Dude, Milk Rat popped off. I watched
I can
some
get
of
you
games.
guys t-shirts if you want.
There's t-shirts now.
Yeah, it's a pretty big fan club. We've got like 2 people. But
I'll admit, I see on a lot of the streams that aren't even related to that team. I see about Milk Rat.
Exactly.
Famous. But no, I think it shows a lot of mental fortitude and determination for this team. The team's gone through a lot of problems over these few weeks, but to kind of bounce back with this new name and just to come up with these 2 really strong wins, I think is really impressive on their part, and they're in playoff contention.
Yeah, so the first playoff set here from Carbon, it's going to be the top 3 going through, where the top 2, where the second and third seed will play like a semifinal, and the top team there will get a first round bye. So 2 rounds of playoffs there, but Waste Potential, I think, kind of earning that bye. And up there 4-1 still without a loss, 12 map wins, looking very, very solid. It's a perfect record so far. Well, I guess kind of perfect, still looking pretty good. Insert team name here, a team that started out, this is the team that I'm on actually, started out 2-0, looking pretty solid, and has 3-game slide. 1 was a forfeit, but 2 games beaten back to back, and that's been kind of tough. Obviously, they're at the bottom of the tier, and I think just missing maybe a little bit of DPS and cohesion that kind of get us over the line, I guess. Just really difficult game this past week.
So what do you think your team needs to do moving forward to kind of put yourselves back in?
Play together more often. We don't play together often enough. That's all it is. And if you think
That
you
really-
could be a successful team just playing once a week, it's a challenge. So yeah, that's really it. Just practice more, guys. You know,
Yeah.
practice.
It really is, because like you see these teams coming in. Some teams have been playing with each other for a long time. Some teams are completely new, have like never played each other before, and that's why you can see these huge jumps in skill towards the end of the season. Build that cohesion and synergy, because Overwatch is a hugely team-based game. It's probably said not even enough. People try to solo carry in comp games, not talk with each other, and that's the reason why a lot of them don't go well. But practicing, getting those scrims in, and putting in the work to actually play and work with your team, because it's not enough sometimes to constantly be talking, because talking is really good, but you also need to have those instant reactions and that confidence and trust in your team, knowing that your teammate will keep you up to when you go in, or will follow up on the damage you're doing. And sometimes teams just don't put that in.
I think
So I believe I actually casted your game last week, and I was watching a little bit of that, and I believe it was a Pharah was kind of giving you guys some problems. I remember if I'm remembering right.
yeah, we do. I don't think we have a natural hit scan. We're working on it. Which actually fantastic time to plug the ad drop deadline is tonight. So make sure you finalize your rosters. Get those on the website as well. It's a quick plug, but yeah.
And by tonight, 12 Eastern.
Yeah, 12 Eastern. So
12 Eastern,
11
midnight.
Central, 9 Pacific. Yeah, but just lastly on Carbon here, looking at the standings, I think Insulock definitely has not even really an outside chance. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they creep up into one of those top 2 spots. I think really solid team and really good coordination. Munchies Jr. is also in 3rd, but played well against Wasted Potential and obviously didn't get the win, but the games were close. So I feel like, yeah, definitely a chance there to be in the mix. I think those 2, 3, 4 teams are going to be really interesting to watch for the rest of the season, and maybe there's an outside chance that ITNH gets in there. We'll see. You never know.
Especially because like map wins are really important. Because if you look at it, 3 and 4, they're off by like 1 win and whatnot, but their map points are exactly the same.
Yeah.
So if Insulock gets another win and maybe Munchies Jr. loses, they could definitely be kind of neck and neck with each other.
Yeah, it'll definitely start to shape up towards you to the end of the season. Insta-lock up against Unacceptable. But Munchies Jr. is playing ITNH, so I think on paper, you think Munchies, obviously we're going to be looking for that win, but it's going to be a tough matchup for us. We can definitely make it difficult. Insta-lock Unacceptable. A lot of good games coming up, and a Wasted Potential on a bye. So able to kind of watch the proceedings. It's Buffalo Wings that dropped this week from Carbon. So these are your 5. And Wasted Potential, again, able to take a little bit of a breather, watch these other games. And Carbon should be a lot of fun this week.